Kia ora. In this video, we're going to have a look at how we can introduce the concept of decomposition with students through algorithmic thinking and through the use of the Dinosaur Steps kit. As you can see at the moment, what we have is we've set up the board and we have the start and finish flags on there to start the challenge. And in this instance, you can see that we've actually got a few different dinosaurs. So we've got 4 dinosaurs positioned on the board randomly. To help with this activity, this is what you would do before the students actually start to plot the path with the footprints, or start to even write the algorithms. So it's actually a precursor, it's providing a foundation for students to think about their problem solving skills and how to break down the challenge that has been set. So to help you with this kit, you will see that we have also got some number cards. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And you can find these once again in the Dinosaur Steps Teacher's Guide. This activity is fully explained in this guide, but you can see here that we have the printables for you, so you can download and print these as you wish, so that you can use them within this activity, or you can encourage your students to write their own numbers should you wish. On the previous page in the book, it's an overview of this activity and how it can work. There are also ideas for increasing the challenge too. But to start off with, what you can do is get your students obviously you can demonstrate to a group of students or to the whole class, but they can work in pairs or in small groups to set up little challenges like this. So they randomly place the cards onto the board, and before we actually pop the footprints onto to plot the path, we actually stop and think. And we decompose the task down into, where do I go first? Where should I go second? Which dinosaur should I visit third, etc., etc. So you're actually thinking about the task, and what this does is it also helps them to think about how to make their algorithm or the footprint path more efficient, like which is the first dinosaur, which is closest to the start position. Why would you go there? And then also it increases logical thinking. So on my example, if I was to go start, I know that I'm obviously starting at the top and I've got to work my way down to the bottom. Now, logically, for me thinking about this, I would either go to the pink triceratops or I would go to Chompy the T-Rex because they're the closest. But if I look at the position of the dinosaurs, I actually want to think, right, well, how can I make my path quite efficient without going forwards, backwards all the time? So for me, the logical dinosaur to go to first would be Chompy the T-Rex. And so I could pop a number 1 over there. Then what I do is think, right, well, which is the next dinosaur I would go to? Once again, it may be the closest, yeah, or it may be looking logically at the path we're going through. And to me, on here, the next logical dinosaur would be to go to the Stegosaurus. Okay. Following on, then obviously I would work my way through until I know that I've got all the way through to the finish. And then what I can do is, now I've broken that task down, it's easier for me now to plot the path because I know which direction I'm going and where I'm going to. Now, this activity can also be looked at a different way of actually spotting where would be the wrong places to go to first, second or third. So if I just take these last ones off, if I wanted to go from probably second, it wouldn't really make much sense to me to come down to the finish or come over here. But it could be between these two. But what would happen then? So if I went to here, yeah, where could I go next? Well, I could go over here. And then I could go over here, and then I could go over here. And what you could do is actually get the students to compare how long the paths are. Is it faster to go the first way, or is it faster to go the second way? And so what you're doing is you're showing them that there are a range of solutions to the problem, but sometimes, like with this one here, you may end up having a much, much longer path to actually get through and round to the finish. And in some cases, you may have to go over the same steps again, or over the same path again. So once again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to encourage students to really think logically by decomposing the task down into an ordered number.